Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Kyla.
Do you have your coffee?
I do. It's my favorite design mug.
Well designed for money. I love it.
Yep.
Well, thank you for doing Coffee with Kyla today. We're really excited to have you.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to get started by if you could just explain your role and what you do at Loth real quick.
Yeah, I am the director of workplace design and coordination. So I'm sort of that whole middle space between sales and install. I have the design team, a part of my group, and the team that does order entry, tracking projects, and wrapping them up.
Awesome. So the first question that I'm asking everyone is, what behavior have you started that you hope becomes a habit?
I'm guessing my daily yoga pants is not a great one to choose. But journaling, I actually
Oh,
bought a
yeah.
journal right before all of this started, and I felt very anxious those first couple weeks. I
Mhm.
think with having my preschooler home, having my fourth grader home, we were completely invading my husband's home office. Just a lot of emotions came up, and the
Yeah.
morning journaling really helped ground me.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I feel like those first couple weeks there was so much unknown, and it's gotten a little more comfortable as we've gotten into it. But that leads us like right into the next question is the unknown. So if companies are starting that re-entry plan, where do you think leaders could begin in regards to the furniture?
That is a great question and a big question. I think no matter what size company you are, large or small, you should really start with understanding who is coming back and how
Yeah.
many employees are coming back. If you are a company of 10 departments, but your phase one looks like only 4 departments coming back,
Mhm.
focus on their areas. Are they distanced far enough apart from each other? If not, do you need to add a barrier of a screen or storage? And then once you've tackled their individual space, move on to the ancillary spaces that they interact with on a day-to-day basis, conference, huddle rooms, and
Yeah.
just try not to take the whole thing on at once. That's going to be
Yeah.
extremely overwhelming. A lot of us are looking at May 1st, which is, just a few weeks away.
Yeah.
So try to stay in the present of what
Yeah.
that first phase looks like.
I think that's super helpful advice. Going back to that beginning, thinking about how long this could go, what's it going to look like is just really overwhelming. So taking it a
Yeah.
little bit at a time, what is in the near, what can we solve for now? I think that's great advice. So, what are those key things in relation to design businesses can think about? I think you started to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah. Right now, there's so little reliable research.
Yeah.
But what I think we have seen is that it really points to those face-to-face interactions.
Mhm.
So that's going to be your cafe. That's going to be your conference rooms. You want to keep in contact with your culture, and everyone is so desperate to see each other right now.
Yeah.
But how do we help them be safe?
Yeah.
If you have a cafe that fits 40 people, do you take away 20 chairs so that now you have adequate space for people to still use that area but be safe?
Mhm.
Conference rooms, is it a 10-person conference room turns into a 5-person conference room and the other 10 people are virtual?
Yeah.
Are they in another room in the office virtual, or are they at their desks, or are they at their houses?
Yeah.
We don't want to take away the human interaction, but we have to modify it right now to continue to be safe. And even in your ancillary spaces like sofa and chair settings throughout the floor plan, can you give people suggestions on max capacity? Continue to use these spaces, continue to collaborate, but a 5-person setting might now be a 3-person setting.
Yeah, that's great. So that sounds really complicated to think about. So maybe share a little bit on how Louth can help with all of that.
So that's a wonderful question as well, because a few weeks ago, Loth said, okay, we got to get out of this funk of we're at home and things are different, and we're going to start thinking about the future.
Yep.
So we created a link off of our main website that you can go to find tools, and that is called Managing the Complicated, because that's surely what this is. And through that link, we're trying to educate, we're trying to connect, and then give real strategies for implementation. You will find articles throughout the industry. You will find information about our partners and manufacturers, what they're doing through this time, and then the team that we assembled, including Kyla, and some others are really trying to help you with what do those spaces look like, just give you the considerations that you might want to start thinking about as you re-enter.
Yeah, that's so important. Everyone is different. Everyone has different parameters. So I think that's great. We're certainly here to help navigate that conversation. So,
yeah.
Brittany, thank you for your time. You've been a great guest. Happy coffee.
Cheers.
And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Okay. Take care, Kyla.